These are the characters that the one below all said that was strong enough or smart enough to come meet up with him. They transcended their creator. Nightcrawler, I saw your video on the Dominion, and I want to correct something on that shit. Anybody can fight these things. You just have to exist as a concept, like how the concepts was in the fourth dimension. The fourth cosmos, which is why Galactus is so powerful the way he is, bro. The motherfucker's power is beyond him. Galactus is a concept. This is the first Galactus ever in his purple form, and his embodiment name is what must be. Now when Galactus go into his Lifebringer form, that's when he able to do shit like this, like go outside of eternity and the range of her influences, which we seen him become when he was the first Galactus ever in the fourth cosmos, when he becomes what can be. That's his form name in that shit. In that form, he's able to interact with archetypes that he shouldn't be able to fuck with. For instance, like Master, Lord, and Chaos and Order, and how these two motherfuckers killed the Living Tribunal. The power structure means a lot. The representation of your embodiment is more important than what the fuck the power levels is. You find that out when that Cloud dude stayed there and became a fucking architect. When he was talking to Doctor Strange and said, yeah, the 8th cosmos runs on old patterns too. Even the nebula is caged by them. Old patterns they talking about this shit. This primal reality is made of patterns. With my higher senses, I can feel the repeating cycles, some laid down when the cosmos first began. Could we create a new path for these archetypal entities, free them from the illusion of change? That's what the fuck they're doing in the 8th cosmos. And why we keep seeing beings like Mr. Fantastic, Black Panther, fucking Storm and shit like that go outside of eternity's influence and fight shit that they are not supposed to be fighting, because they're accessing their primal avatars, their primal forms, their fucking ideas. Everybody on this cosmos is living ideas, highly dangerous ones. We even seen that shit when bro put the fucking mask on and he became a primordial entity from fucking eternity, explaining that that mask and him himself is just a piece of a multiversal self and shit. A lineage stretching back to the first story. The first story being Lightbringer 1 and Antiall, which if you really go look at that shit, this is the fucking one below all. The one above all, and this is the primal, he fought the void, bruh. They explain it right here when she was trying to figure out where the fuck they was at, and they said that they don't exist at all. They was sitting there explaining the fact that all this shit is primal and shit, and that no ideas was created yet. Not the concept of time, space, which would be eternity, infinity. No concepts at all. The only concept that was existence and nothingness. That's it. The third cosmos was the first multiversal recycled cosmic death, which will mean essentially the damn celestials and the first firmament is older than the one below all. The one above all. They even gave us a good representation of the fact that there wasn't no embodiment of time and none of that shit with him, with the fact that this was an hour for him. His whole life was in that hour. And the fact when they used magic or anything from like the further cosmos, that shit was fucking him up. Everything that was fucking getting fucked up by nothingness. There is a fucking page, I gotta find it, where it explains what each one of these, which each character's name is when they are in their embodiment, their primal form. Like Spider-Man right here, and Storm, and fucking Iron Man, and you see Captain America, there go Thor, you got Hawkeye. Everybody has a embodiment, and that's what they're doing in the 8th cosmos. They're becoming archetypes. They're starting to become their archetypes and become free. That's why I believe Scarlet Witch gonna be the fucking start of with the Sorcerer Supreme shit. Because the 9th cosmos gonna be when they get to the mystery, bro. Even Doctor Strange is confused by this shit. But like I said, we've been up here trying to figure out what the 9th cosmos gonna be. The 8th cosmos is them becoming their primal selves, which is why we're starting to see beings like the Dominion, because they're able to fight that shit now. Fantastic Four, Hulk and shit. Fantastic Four, their embodiment is 4 and 1. The Hulk is 1 and 4 right here. 1 is 4. And he even talks about the symbolism right there, that they're in a cage, bro. Like, all the characters right now are finna break a cage. Which what the one below all was trying to tell eternity. Yo ass done made fucking creations that's able to get fucking high as me and shit, even beyond that. This is what Marvel's trying to do with all the characters in Marvel. So as you can see right here with Molecule Man, he's asking, are we in the 8th cosmos or the 7th? We in the 8th right now. And he says, have the rules changed? Have the balance shifted? Then he gets to explaining to Galactus that the cosmic aspects are in discord. All shook up, can't agree. Some of Eternity's children, for instance, thinks the Omniverse never ended, not popular. Which makes sense why this happened. And this, which he attacked them physically, a thing unheard of. Why that shit has been happening. So peep this out. Galactus hit his ass, right? He says, you hit me. Yes, on our level, combat is metaphor, a clash idea. By existing in this form, I damage your narrow systems, your boundaries and categories. They lose their meaning. You lose your, as they tried to fucking put him back in the box, right? Make him the same. AKA, they're one of the damn children that thinks the Omniverse never ended properly, and they want the shit to go back how it should have been. Like the fucking, like they say, him in his purple form. What's happening right now is the embodiment of Galactus, aka what should be, is stronger than order and chaos right now, because order and chaos in this universe was not that as strong. Their embodiment was not that as strong, but it was stronger than the living tribunal at the time, which is why they was able to kill his ass. Because the universe was barely reborn. He was the personification of law and judgment. It barely risen anew. So with that, he was weakened. His personification was weak. It wasn't that strong in the cosmos where it was in the back one. It was all around. You know what I mean? Like his rule was integrated in the whole cosmos, versus right now, the cosmos is still being reborn. There's new concepts, new gods and shit being born. Like how in the New Gods book, we got the new embodiment, aka gods of magic and science. She explained it to us when she was the 4th cosmos. Now, she looked just like Eternity in them, right? But she died. But all throughout Marvel Comics, you will always see nothing dies. They always, like the higher up entities, they will always say nothing dies. That's because it doesn't. It's just like energy. It doesn't die. It just transfer and becomes something new. It changes. It evolves. Just like he was right here, and he was explaining how he really couldn't create another fucking omniverse until he evolved. They showing you he evolved right here. This is an evolved form for her. The 4th cosmos evolved and became the Eternity's girlfriend in the land that shouldn't be, couldn't be, the Queen of Nevers. She brings shit that shouldn't be possible inside of time and space, aka eternity, aka the shit that's changing and evolving. That's how you got certain entities able to kill and fight certain different entities, because their embodiment is either weaker than the entity that they're fighting, or they're stronger than the entity that they're fighting. For instance, when Black Panther killed these two, he was stronger than them two because they represented law at the point of time. But what was law compared to one man, as he said, and he was a king. That's why he was able to break that shit, because he's a king. King make laws and shit. His embodiment was stronger than their embodiment, which Galactus was saying right here. Their embodiment was stronger than the Living Tribunal's embodiment at this time. That's how characters like the Fantastic Four, Thanos, Molecule Man, Blue Marvel, fucking Black Panther, fucking Scarlet Witch, that's how Jean Grey, that's how these characters are becoming stronger. They're starting to become embodiments, and they're becoming strong embodiments within the cosmic universe. With that, they can go outside of time and space and fight shit that they ain't supposed to fight, because they are embodiments of shit. If you go read about the Dominions they have no connection to none of that shit. But the only way you can whoop their ass is if you get them entwined with the embodiments. That's how they was able to whoop up all them other motherfuckers. Y'all, man, bro, this shit heating up. I'm gonna have to do a podcast on this shit. But I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. If your embodiment is not strong enough in Marvel, you can get your ass whooped by the cosmic beings. But if your embodiment is strong as fuck, you can most likely whoop the fuck out of them other embodiments if your embodiment does not contradict the other embodiments you're trying to fight. We even seen this shit back in the day in the old ass Quasar comic, when his ass became, the only reason why he won against Oblivion is because Quasar was the embodiment of anomaly. That embodiment was stronger than anything that bro was trying to do, because he was an anomaly to everything that was going on. Fantastic Four's primal form in their embodiment form is called 4 in 1. The Hulk's embodiment 4 is 1 in form. as you can see right here. The Hope 4 heads, 1 and 4. 1 is 4, I'm sorry. But even when they get to them forms, they have to break the cage that's around them to become stronger, because their shit's stronger than the embodiments, as we seen with the dominions and the great ones and shit like that. Like I said, each one of the cosmos represents something. The 6 was magic, science. Eternity and infinity is 2 and 1. They were space and time. The first one was infinity, the 7th, his sister. She was space. She laid the groundwork for everything, the world building, for us, the readers and shit. Time, aka eternity, is the one that evolves. Through time, shit changes, evolves. The 9th cosmos will be the new beginning. You get what I mean? The mystery.